Hey everyone. So one of the hardest things to launching sales campaigns, especially long-term nurture campaigns and follow-up campaigns, is really writing copy for email, SMS, LinkedIn. So what I wanted to do today is walk you through a really simple copywriting framework to write some of these messages. And this one is called the Problem Agitate Solution. It's a classic, framework that's been used for a really, really long time. It's super simple. There's a lot of other frameworks. I'm probably going to go over some of those in different videos. This one, I'm just going to focus on the Problem Agitate Solution. So let's get started. My name is Patrick Spielman. I'm the founder of Uptics, and we help B2B sales teams launch and automate outbound prospecting campaigns, lead nurturing, and stay insanely productive with our sales automation platform, Uptics. So let's get going. If you're in the Uptics platform, you've actually got access to like over 50 pre-written email templates and pre-built sales sequences with our new copywriting wizard. It's really, really easy. Basically, you go and I don't want to turn this into a sales pitch or anything, but you go into one of our tabs in the system and you do basically it's a fill in the blank questionnaire, and it pre-populates some of this. So just so you're aware, as we're looking through some of these, initially you're going to see these tokens, these little references. But when we go to view the message, it's going to look, perfect. So let's get started. So just as it sounds, a problem agitate solution formula is really just going to follow that concept through the flow of your message. So at the top, we're going to identify a problem, right? And then we're going to agitate a little bit. And what we mean by agitate is we're basically just going to try to agitate the problem a little bit more. We're going to try to heighten that problem by agitating, maybe, not to say pour a little salt in the wound, but we're kind of trying to pour a little salt in the wound. Most people don't respond to things unless you get a little bit emotional about something. And you usually don't get a little bit emotional unless you identify a problem and you agitate a little bit. So that's really the idea here. So problem really quick in the beginning. It doesn't have to be very long. We're talking a sentence or two, nothing crazy. And then get right into our agitation. And then we're going to transition right into a solution. So you don't want to just, point out problem, and agitate. You want to offer a solution as well, because at the end of the day, if you're selling your product or service, you're trying to solve their problem with your particular product or service, giving them a solution. This one I've got, and this is one of our pre-built templates as well. Often I hear, blank, and blank, and that blanks. So let me show you kind of how this works. So this first sentence is going to be basically identifying who our target is and the problem. Okay, so in this example, it's going to read, I often hear from business owners, sales professionals, and VPs of sales that increasing revenues should be consistent month after month. So now typically our target audience, I know with our messaging, their revenues aren't consistent month after month. So if one of these people are reading this, this is going to identify a problem, right? And I'm going to then immediately go into agitation. So I'm going to transition to say at the same time, they feel as though sales automation is not something they could benefit from. So this is very specific. I'm inserting a problem that my target audience does not think is an issue. So I've heightened a problem that they know is an issue. And then I'm transitioning, I'm agitating actually with a problem that I know is an issue. Okay. And I'm continuing that and saying, knowing what I know, this doesn't quite add up. So I'm agitating a little bit more because these two are a little bit contradictory, where this is a problem they know that they have, but a lot of our prospects don't think that sales automation is something they could benefit from, or maybe it's just not important enough for them to want to take action on it immediately because, it's a little bit newer of a concept. And so, of course, obviously as being, somewhat of a sales automation expert, knowing what I know, this doesn't quite add up. And I'm going to agitate just a little bit more. Ultimately, this ends up leaving you feeling like you're going to be stuck in this position forever. And that's really where the problem and the agitation ends. Okay, so here you basically want to insert a feeling that they're going to feel as a result of the problems that, they may not be solving. Okay. So, and then we're going to transition right to the solution. Right after a quick introduction of who we are. I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Patrick Spielman. I specialize in helping SaaS companies, marketing consultants, growth hackers, and lead gen agencies easily launch robust lead nurturing campaigns and consistently close more dream clients with Uptics sales automation. So this is a specific framework to let them know exactly who you help. And as we've mentioned, we've already kind of niched up here and identified our prospects. Now we're identifying, industries, company types, stuff like that. So they're getting a really good idea of who we serve. And then we're going to go basically into some desired results. These two are desired results. So easily launch robust lead nurturing campaigns and consistently close more dream clients. So we want to identify the desired result that our prospects want to get. And then we're going to call out our proprietary solution, being, whatever your product or service is, and you want to make sure it's proprietary. From there, we're gonna just let them know exactly in kind of quick few words what our solution does. So the top one, I'm actually gonna put in another desired outcome. So book more high quality sales appointments, and then I'm gonna get into some features and or benefits. So decrease outbound prospecting time significantly, follow up and nurture prospects effortlessly, and acquire customers faster and more consistently. So these are features and benefits of the product. To click more, I'm going to have a little call to action before we end the message, and then we're going to input a quick testimonial just for some proof. So as one customer put it, Uptics goes above and beyond our expectations. Highly recommended. And then you want to always make sure that you put a name in there. To close it out, if booking enough red hot, ready to close sales appointments is a top priority, I encourage you to check out Uptics Sales Automation. Thanks. And then this is a PS because this is a string of messages that we're going to send. So this is basically kind of warming them up for the next one. So this is part of our problem Agitate solution entire sequence. So since increasing revenues should be consistent month after month and can be easily done, keep an eye out for my next email. Okay. So that's the idea with problem, agitate, solution. We're going to identify the problem, we're going to agitate them, and we're going to get right into the solution. And you can throw in your proof and some testimonials and stuff like that in the bottom there, along with your call to action. So that's how that looks. And this template, kind of transitioning back from the message, this is how the template looks. So we've got all these unique variables in here. And if you notice, when I launch this, some of the variables actually change each time before, this said something different. This is because our system, when you have multiple variables entered into what we call a section, it actually randomizes the message. So it's kind of each prospect that gets this email, it's going to be a little bit unique. So that's kind of cool. But as you can see, we've got all these variables set up in the email template. And as you fill in those variables, the message gets populated with all that stuff. So it makes it really, really easy to, fill out, our copywriting wizard, and those results populate. I'm not going to go through the rest of these right now. I may save them for another video in terms of going over an entire problem, agitate, solution sequence. But that's the concept between this. Super, super easy. You can use this framework for writing a lot of your nurture type emails, whether it be for former customers, people that told you maybe, people that said that they weren't interested. You may even be able to use it for existing customers, especially if you're, maybe launching a new product or a new feature or something like that. You can use this framework, for really a lot of different things. So I hope you found this really, really helpful. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you get alerts every time we launch a new video. I try to do 5 new videos every single week. And if you got a lot of value out of it and you're loving kind of our pre-built templates and the idea of sales automation, I'd love for you to check out Uptics, our sales automation platform. And you can do that by clicking the link down below in the description. You can get started absolutely free. So hope you found this one useful, and we'll see you in the next one.